An email list that grows but doesn't sell is almost never a size problem. It is almost always a subscriber alignment problem. Most of the time, you did not build the wrong size list, you built the wrong kind of list. One that's filled with followers and browsers who enjoy your content versus aligned buyers and leads who truly want the outcome that you sell. In this video, we're going to break down the diagnostics to help tell you which one you've possibly built and the framework to fix it. We have all had the experience where you are trying to sell something to your list, and on paper, your list looks fine, right? Decent open rates, maybe a few replies here and there, people clicking. On paper, that should be doing something. But most of the time, it isn't. You mention your offer or you try to sell something, and that cricket choir takes over. We're going to be breaking down the 3-question test to help you find a real leak. When a list grows but doesn't sell or convert, it's almost never the wrong number of people, it's the wrong kind of people. The distinction that changes everything, once you see it, is that an entertainment enjoys you, your vibe. They like your reading, your writing, your weekly note in their inbox, which is great. That we love that. Maybe they are faithfully opening and replying, but when you are selling something to them, go quiet. An aligned lead or a prospect on your list wants a specific outcome, and they're really deciding whether you're the right person to help them get it. And maybe they enjoy your emails too. That's the cherry on top. But the difference is that underneath the enjoyment of the emails is intent. And that intent is key. You can be somebody's favorite newsletter that they open every single week or whenever you send them, and that person will still never pay you. That's not a failure of your content or your writing. It's just a mismatch between who you attracted and who you're selling to. And that's why this logic of just grow the list and make your list bigger always backfires. Because if your front door, that lead magnet or other pathway of people opting in, just lets in these followers, more growth is just going to lead to more low engagement. So, how do you tell which list you've actually built? Let's dive into the 3 questions. Question number 1, when you do receive replies, do they sound like fans or prospects? We've all had that experience where we post something on social and you have people responding like, yes, girl, yes, this is it. Love this. This is so true. Those are fans, those are followers, those are people who are just trying to support you, which is amazing. And we love that. However, a prospect will respond with something like, how does this work for me? Does you offer something like this? Like, oh, I've been trying to solve this for me. One is the support and the warmth, and the other is intent. And while you do want both, all warmth with no intent is what gives you that entertainment kind of like browser list. Question number 2, what happens the moment you mention something paid? If your engagement holds, then great, you have buyers on your list. If you get crickets or a little spike of unsubscribes, which is okay, that's information, that's data. Those people weren't buying, and that's okay to let them go. Don't have FOMO because of that. These were entertainment readers, right? The crickets give you information to move off of. Question number 3, did you attract people with the outcome or with the content? I always tell people that when you promise something like fun weekly tips or 50 content hooks, you're attracting the wrong type of person. If you promised when they opted into your list a result that is tied to something that you sell, you're more likely to attract buyers. So here's the framework that I use to turn an entertainment leaning list into a buyer leaning one and a high converting list overall. It's 3 moves that I call the aligned list framework. First, we're going to give our email list a purpose. We want to start small. Maybe it's replace the amount of hours that you're selling in the DMs or wasting on pitching. Maybe it's that you want to nurture higher ticket leads because you're on social, you sell digital products much better. Giving your list a purpose immediately gives you a clearer path to follow versus something that's vague, like grow an email list and send weekly newsletters. I ask all of my clients this before we start retainers, and their answers are all so different. Sometimes it's like, I want to relieve some of the pressure because I sell on social media and I really would rather spend my time connecting with my audience versus just constantly trying to meet my sales goals because of it. Another one is, since I've had my kid, I really can't spend hours and hours on discovery calls with every potential lead. I need to qualify them before booking their calls with me. The third is I need to sell my digital products, but I spend most of my energy selling higher ticket on other platforms. I need this system to sell without my constant attention. All of those purposes, very different, create different approaches for how your list exists in your business. And that's key to understand before you move forward. Step number 2 is that you audit the front door. Now that you know what that purpose is, you have to understand how to then attract and fulfill that purpose. Before you change anything of what you're doing currently, look at your lead magnet, your opt in, your top of funnel. How are people coming into your list and how are they engaging? How can you create a list of people who have a specific problem that you are able to solve? And when you understand that that is the hook and that is how you get people in, the engagement followers, sure, they may sneak through, but the majority of them should be qualified prospects. Step number 3 is understanding your customer journey. If you do not know how long it takes for your leads to convert, or the knowledge that it takes to give them those little light bulb moments that take them from problem aware to solution aware, you're probably not going to be able to develop proper nurture sequences in sales emails. They're probably not going to hit as hard. This is the difference in understanding if your buyer needs more emotional language or if they're more analytical. This is if it takes 6 months for them to incubate versus they're more tortoise versus hare behavior. These are the key things in understanding that not only impact your email list, but also impact just how you conversate in the marketing strategy overall. So, this is the framework: set the purpose, audit your lead magnet, and understand your journey. That's the whole thing. Those are the keys to having a high converting email list. If you take one thing away from this video, let it be this: you do not need 10,000 subscribers to have a profitable list. You just need a few hundred aligned subscribers and a system. A well aligned list in the few hundred range can convert at like 15 to 20%. I've seen it myself, even outside of launching. And this is the whole point, the whole premise of calm, intentional marketing. It isn't the gentle, low earning option. Done right, calm, intentional marketing still produces numbers. It's peaceful and profitable. So just remember, it's not about the size, it's about the alignment of the subscriber. Here's your one next step. And no, it's not go get more subscribers. This week, I want you to ask yourself one thing. If your email list can do anything for your business, what would it be? It gives you the first step in really defining what the impact your list can make because it's so much more than just newsletters. If you want some help, check out the description so you can grab my free guide to building a high converting email list. And until next time, I'm rooting for you.